Okay, let's take a look at an inductive body paragraph, an inductive claim body paragraph. And I'll remind you that not all paragraphs are claim paragraphs, but the majority are. So you can have paragraphs that continue your analysis, paragraphs that are counter-arguments in nature, but these claim paragraphs are a way to tie together your logic to the thesis for the reader. As we look at this, it's really simple, and I don't have to spend a lot of time on it. It's just the claim comes at the end of the paragraph rather than at the beginning. So instead of it being CSR format, we call it reasoning support claim. Now I use the terms reasoning and analysis interchangeably. They're the same thing, so if you say ASC, that's fine too. Some teachers do that. But it's just your interpretation of the facts, right? Your analysis, the argument that you create with your voice. So the structure here is analysis or reasoning, and then support, and then your inductive claim at the end of the paragraph if you want to write this way. I present these two forms to you because some people feel more comfortable with deductive. I think most guys do, if you will, and some people are more inductive, more ladies, but there's always a mix. It always crosses. And really you kind of have to do what makes the best sense to you, because that translates to the reader following your logic a little bit better. The sample paragraph I have here is the same paragraph I had in my deductive example, except I took the claim and then I just put it at the end, right? So here it is. So nothing really has changed. And it's fun for you, I think, if you just read the two and see which one flows better for you, and you're going to get a sample of whether or not you think you're an inductive writer or you think you're a deductive writer. Generally speaking, the best essays combine the two. Fluidly, you can do whichever one you want, and it just feels natural with the flow. All right, that being said, I want to point out a couple of things before I end this video. The first is that people ask me, can you do an inductive argument all the way through? When they're asking that, what they're saying is, can I wait till the very end of the essay to put my thesis back in there or my claim? The answer is no. The argument has to be done from the beginning to the end. So no matter what you're doing, your first body paragraph generally, if not very soon thereafter, is a defense of the argument. If you wait until the very end of an essay to develop a punchline, if you will, and throw an argumentative idea at the reader, you haven't spent any time defending it in the body, right? So it might seem logical to you, but it doesn't to the reader, because the reader feels like, oh my God, I just felt like I've been reading explanation the whole time, and then here's an argument, and where's the defense of it? So remember that your defense begins right after the thesis. You're defending your argument. One other thing that I'll point out that I want you to avoid is something that happens with students who've just come out of 101, because this is such a different style of writing. There's really not much in common stylistically. So your paragraphs are driven by your ideas, by your claims, or by your counter-arguments, right? Or by your analysis. That's what makes the content of these paragraphs. But students want to fall back into sort of a book report comfortable form. And sometimes I see students starting paragraphs, and the next essay or the next source to look at is, or next in the list is, and that's just bad, right? It says that it's lazy argument at best, and usually it's not even argument, it's just lazy writing. You have to trust yourself here to give your opinion. So it really doesn't matter what that opinion is. The whole point of the class is for you to just defend it in the way that you see fit. So I should argue, or if I ask you, let's say this, if I ask you which ice cream is better, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry, there's no right answer there. You're not going to explain what they are. You're going to come up with this value system of why you like one better than the other, and then defend why one is better than the other throughout. So it's just a matter of style and flair and emotion and tricks of language to get the reader to remember your argument as much as it is, right, the quotes and the analysis. It's really about your voice and your intelligence and argument, the way that you want to present it, so you are indeed like a lawyer in this class. All right, so we'll wrap this up for now, and we'll look at transitions in the next video. I hope this makes sense to you, but as always, if there are questions, just ask me.